What's up, good people? This is the the number one relocated the most Ozarus guru. Welcome to another creative. Before I get into it, just a disclaimer: this is not a technical advice, but is merely just a video for DIY purposes only. It's not an advice, it's not an guidance, but it's just a one and two things you can do for DIY purposes only. Right, let's get to it. For example, so with me I have ET300 drive motor slide gate. So I'm gonna attempt to install it and show you how I've done it. Firstly, you're gonna need tools. With tools, we're talking about drill, screwdriver, hammer, nut driver, and a razor. And obviously, a manual is very important. I went through the manual a couple of times just to know and understand the number of components that I have and where they need to be placed. So it's very important to study the instructions that comes with the manual. It has a lot of pages, especially when it comes to programming the remote. The manual comes in handy. It took me a while, 2 days to 3 days, trying to figure out how to connect this thing. So inside this nice ET, there's 24 volts battery. I thought it was 12 because I was hoping to connect the solar system instead of electricity, because we're avoiding to put a lot of cables around. But we couldn't connect it, so electricity was the only answer. So we have to connect the electricity to the house. There are two ways: either you go to DB direction or the plug direction. And this is the fully installed nice ET300 drive. Never mind how I put the magnet sensor there, but you use that to gauge how far you want the gate to close and ultimately how far you want it to open. So the red marks was there to measure how far I want it to open, and then here I was using it to measure how far I want it to close. So you use this magnetic sensor to measure and gauge how far it goes in terms of opening and how far it goes in terms of opening and closing. And obviously, to use the sensor you need to choose the automatic options. You need to have that lever in that direction, because if the lever is up, it means it's in manual, so the remote and the automatic sensor won't operate. So before you start drilling, just make sure you have your rails measured accurately with the rotating lever on the other side. Doesn't really show the black thing there. It has a rotating motor, so you need to align your rail properly so that it doesn't go. In the manual they say the banana effect. You don't want to have a banana effect. So this is the remote. It comes with two remotes that you can use and program for opening and closing using the remote, because obviously you don't want to use the manual, hence you have this kind of gate. So I managed to open it with all the sensors that are there, and that was it. So this is the sensor. It's very important. At first I wasn't sure how it starts. But finally, after 3 days, I managed to get everything working, everything set. Thank you for watching, and catch you on the next DIY project. Download.